What is up, guys? It's Swammer here, back with some more Great League action. Today I'm going to be trying out a new team. This is the first time I've tried out this team. I'm going to be using Umbreon with Snarl, Last Resort, and Foul Play, Wigglytuff with Charm, Ice Beam, and Play Rough, and then Deoxys with Counter, Rock Slide, and Thunderbolt. You'll notice that I switched my Deoxys to Thunderbolt instead of Psycho Boost. I did that specifically for this team because without Lantern, this team would be fairly weak to Azumarill, and I just wanted to have that Thunderbolt there for a little bit of extra coverage against it. So, like I said, first time using this team, so probably going to learn a lot. And let's go ahead and get into the video. So in this first matchup, we come up against a Golem. So this is certainly a matchup I've never seen. I don't know exactly how it's going to go, so I go for the foul play here. Not quite sure how much this is going to do. And he actually drops a shield. So we're ahead on shields now. I'm going to let this hit me. I think it will be wild charge. It is a wild charge, and it takes a surprising amount of health from Umbreon. So I actually switch into Deoxys to try and chunk him down with counter. And I am going to shield given how much damage the wild charge did to Umbreon. So he brings in Hypno. This is okay. I'm going to go for Rock Slides. It has slightly better damage per energy than Psycho Boost, or than Thunderbolt, sorry. So going for Rock Slides. He gets in a charge move here, but I'm not going to shield. I don't want to commit a second shield this early. And it's a Fire Punch. So that's great there. Definitely didn't want to waste a shield on that. Getting another Rock Slide in to do some decent damage. And we should be able to... No, he's going to get to another charge move. So again, not going to shield. This time it is the Shadow Ball, so that's taking us out. And we're going to bring in Umbreon. And I want to build up a little bit of extra energy, but not so much that he gets to another charge move. So I do go for the foul play, and that takes out the Hypno. And then they bring in Skarmory. So it's pretty important for me that Umbreon takes out Skarmory, since Wigglytuff is not going to have a good time against it. So I'm going to go ahead and shield. The foul plays will be doing a fair bit of damage. So get into another foul play here. We'll be getting the Skarmory fairly low, and then we should be able to get to one more foul play, and we can. This will either get the last shield or get the Skarmory very, very low. And it gets the last shield. So they drop the Sky Attack to burn energy. This is actually really good. So we're going to be able to come in with Wigglytuff and farm down this Skarmory. So we're farming it down. That Charm is resisted, and they just get a Sky Attack before they go down. So that's tough. Our win condition here is basically to get to an Ice Beam before Golem gets to a Wild Charge. And we CMP tie, and Golem wins the CMP tie. So that was definitely a really close match there. Great plays by my opponent, and definitely a lot learned there. Saw a lot of new matchups that I'd never seen before. So all right, getting into the second game here, and we come up against an Azumarill on the lead. So I'm going to switch into my Deoxys pretty quickly, and they bring in Registeel. And this is actually really good. So I'm not going to shield here. And then I'm actually going to go for a Rock Slide, hoping to shield bait them. And especially because Deoxys doesn't always run Thunderbolt, I'm hoping that means that I will definitely get the next Thunderbolt off. But they don't take the bait. I do go for Thunderbolt here, and it is not shielded, so it does a good chunk of damage, and then I'm going to go ahead and shield and commit to the farm down with counter. This lets me win switch advantage, and have some loaded energy for whatever comes in. And so it is a Deoxys defense coming in, actually. So we're going to go ahead and go for Rock Slide. Won't be doing much, but it's a bit of chip damage. And we're actually able to get to another Rock Slide because they were trying to farm us down purely with counter. So this is good. Got the Deoxys fairly low, actually. Going to be bringing in Umbreon here. Umbreon needs to watch out for the counter, but will be able to absorb the energy from Deoxys a lot better than Wigglytuff. So not going to shield. It is a Rock Slide, does not do a lot of damage. Another Rock Slide coming in here, still not going to shield, not going to do a lot of damage. And we are going to go for that foul play. They're probably going to let the Deoxys go down here and save those shields, which is totally fine with me. So going to go for the last resort on this Azumarill. They probably should shield, but they don't actually. So we're just going to let the Umbreon go down here with the charge move coming in. It's a play rough, that's fine. And then we're going to go straight for charms with the Wigglytuff. We don't have time or need to get to any charge moves ourselves, but we do need to block the play rough. And since they've got 2 shields, charge moves are not going to help me. I just need to go straight for charm damage. And so this is going to be another play rough, which will not take us out, and they go down to the charm. So that was definitely a very close match, and fortunate for me that my opponent held their shields just a little bit too long, and they actually had 2 shields back at the end. So that can be actually something that you can use to your advantage if you have a charmer in the back. They might be saving shields, thinking that you've got something that can close with charge moves, but charm is just as fine. So we get an Altaria here, they switch into Vigoroth, and that's totally fine for us. We're going to bring in Deoxys. So Deoxys with counter is going to chunk the Vigoroth quite quickly. We don't need to shield the body slam damage. And then we are going to go ahead and go for a Rock Slide here. Should be doing some decent damage, and they get another body slam off, totally fine. We are going to farm them down with counter. Counter will take them out quite quickly, and they are not able to get to another body slam. So this is looking pretty good for us. We've won switch advantage without using shield, and they bring in Alolan Marowak. So we go ahead and dump the Rock Slide on them, and they again do not shield, which is a surprising move there. That's dealing a lot of damage to Alolan Marowak. We can't quite get to another Rock Slide, but Umbreon is going to do quite well. However, they switch into Altaria, so we bring in Wigglytuff, and the charm damage is just going to eat them here. We are going to go ahead and shield. We really have no reason not to at this point. And the Altaria is going to go down before it can get to another Sky attack. So charm damage is going to go through here. We don't need to shield this. It ends up being a Shadow Ball, which is going to be doubly resisted by Wigglytuff, so not doing a lot of damage. Another charge move from the through. I am going to shield just so Wigglytuff can take them out with another charm. But that was a really solid game there. And again, my opponent just held their shields for slightly too long, and that enabled me to come in with Wigglytuff at the end and really close out the match without even needing to bait out the shields. All right, so in this 4th match, we come up against an Umbreon mirror match. So we're just going to be going for those last resorts as quick as we can. We're able to get to the last resort first, so I think that means that we win the CMP tie. Not doing a lot of damage, but that's okay. Last resort from them coming in as well. Just going to be, again, going for last resorts. This is a pretty straightforward lead. It's a game of chicken for who's going to shield or switch first. So we've gotten them to about half health, and then their last resort here actually gets us a little bit lower than mine got them. So it suggests to me that they've got a bit of a bulk point on us. So we are going to have to rely on the fact that we win the CMP tie. And then they've got another last resort coming in here. Not going to be taking us out. We get to that last resort, and I don't know if this will take them out or not. No, it leaves them with a sliver of health. So probably what I should have done here is shield. However, I do let my Umbreon go down. I definitely think that shielding would have been a better call to win the switch advantage. So go ahead and bring in Deoxys. And they have an Azumarill. So this is okay for us. I'm going to try and shield bait with the Rock Slide. They don't go, or they do take the bait and they do shield, so that's good for us. I'm going to not shield myself, and it's a play rough. So that's okay. Gonna go for Thunderbolt now. I'm guessing that they won't shield this because they'll think that I don't have Thunderbolt. They do not shield, so that's good for me. I am going to go ahead and shield the play rough. This would be taking me out. I definitely don't want to get that low yet. And then I'm going to go for the Rock Slide. This isn't quite going to take it out, but I'm hoping that it gets it low enough that I can swap in with Wigglytuff and charm it down before it can get off another charge move. However, they bring in Registeel, and so this is tough. This is where I would, if I'd committed with Umbreon to using a shield, I might have been able to catch Registeel with my Deoxys instead, but there's not much that Wigglytuff can do against Registeel. It just goes down very quickly to the Flash Cannon, and Deoxys is not going to have enough time to take out the Registeel. So that was a really close match. I definitely think that committing a shield on my Umbreon would have helped, but I'm not sure that it would have helped enough given that they had Registeel and Azumarill in the back. All right, here we go, getting into the fifth matchup here. And we are coming up against an Altaria on the lead. So I think that I can actually win this fight. So I go for a little extra energy, and then I go for double foul plays here. So going for the foul play. That they do let it go through, so that's good. Going for another foul play right away. And they've been charging up energy for a long time now. So I am going to go ahead and shield. I'm worried that this could be Dragon Pulse, but it's actually Dazzling Gleam. So it's great that I shielded, because that would have done a ton of damage. Going for another last resort here, and this should either be getting a shield or basically taking out the Altaria. We do get a shield. I was going to go for a switch here, however, I did not quite get it, so I'm going to let this go through. It will only be Sky Attack, wasn't enough time for Dazzling Gleam, and I'm able to get to another foul play. So this is looking okay for me. We've managed to win switch advantage and come out equal on shields. So we're just going to be going for foul plays on this Whiscash. So we get the one foul play, and we want them to either commit some energy or take some heavy damage. So we get a second foul play off here, and we've gotten them quite low now, actually. So we're going to come in with Wigglytuff, and the charm damage should take them out quite quick. So I'm guessing this is going to be Blizzard, so I'm going to go ahead up and throw up a shield. I don't want to let the Blizzard hit me, but we are able to take them out with the Wigglytuff. And they bring in Victory Bell, and so this is where my inexperience with this team comes in. I switch into Deoxys, thinking that I might be able to get to 2 Rock Slides, but he has an energy disadvantage, so he's not actually going to be able to get to 2 Rock Slides. And since I'm used to running him with Psycho Boost, which I would be using against Victory Bell, that definitely was a mistake on my part. I think if I'd stayed in with Wigglytuff, I would have been able to charm him down enough that 1 Rock Slide would have taken him out. But as it was, he just got too much of an energy advantage from Deoxys and was able to take me out. So we only won 2 of 5 there. That definitely happens when you're experimenting with new teams, is that sometimes you don't win as many as you'd like. But hopefully you guys still enjoyed the video. Great plays by my opponents, and thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.